Welcome, welcome to Expert Lecture Series Feb 2021, organized by Coakley Education Society's Central Coordination Committee for Standard 12th for the subject of SP. I myself, Paresh Sangvikar, Department of Commerce, BYK Junior College Unit, Nasik.
See this picture. This person is very famous personality in India. If you want to succeed in any subject or any area, your hard work pays a lot. You should be confident and believe only on your efforts. Most of the students believe their friends rather than their own efforts. Blind belief is very dangerous. If you plan properly, you will be more confident for the board exam. Key points. In this video, I am going to discuss the following key points. Focus and plan for HSC board exam. Now, very few days are remaining for your exam. So, you should take this very seriously. Now, you will focus only on the board exam. Planning, presentation, and preparation. Planning is very important for every event in our life as well as in study. Therefore, I will suggest some tip for the board exam. We will focus on one day, one subject to reduce your burden. Now, this is your responsibility to give full concentration for this lecture series. Success stories. I am very glad to tell you that your subject result of previous year is 93%. The topper mark is 92. But if we analyze this report, there are some areas where we have to improve. Now, let us see the analysis of the previous year. More than 90 marks, only 15 students are there. More than 75 marks, only 140 students. Less than 75 marks, 385 students. Less than 50 marks, 110 students. So, I am very much worried about the third level type of students, where most of the students get less than 75 marks. Why does this happen? It is very easy subject where students get easily marks more than 75. So, little focus, concentration, and seriousness is required. Where do students lose the marks in the subject of SP? Let us see some reasons. There are the reasons. The students have not covered full syllabus. They are not given a proper time to the particular subject. Fear of these subjects. Not use a technical language and not proper plan. Next 25 days, which are very much crucial. This is a very important month for the board exam. Solve at least two boards paper for build up your confidence and follow all the instructions given by the teacher. Avoid repeated mistake at this point. Keep confidence about your writing. This confidence will got from the solving board papers. Take a healthy diet and ample of sleep. Do not panic and avoid a social media at least up to the board exam was over. Don't read the new notes. Be positive with your studies.
Today, we are going to learn about the evaluation scheme of HSC board exam which will be held in April or May. There are basically two parts of the HSC board examination. First one, application based test. We can also say that ABT test. It is an internal assessment for 20 marks. Second, written exam for the 80 marks. So total 100 marks. Final result will be based on marks obtained in board exam A plus B. Application based test will be conducted by the college level and written exam will be conducted by HSC board exam, whatever the schedule will be announced. So today we are discussing about the written exam for the 80 marks. For that we must think about the paper pattern. So paper pattern will be as follows. This is the paper pattern where there are 8 questions. Now the question paper pattern was totally different from the last year. Today we will discuss about the new paper pattern. Question number 1, objective type questions. Marks per question 5. Number of question attempt 4 question you have to attempt, all are compulsory. Marks with option 20 marks and without option also 20 marks. So it is a compulsory objective type questions where the in the examination there will be 4 objective type questions are given. I will explain in the next slide also. Question number 2, explain the term or concept. Marks for question 2. Here they have given 6 terms and concepts. The students have to write down any 4 for 8 marks. This is newly introduced in our paper pattern. Question number 3, study the following case or study and express your opinion. Marks per question 3. In the question paper, they will give 3 questions. The students have to attempt 2 questions for 6 marks. This also a new one for the students. Question number 4, distinguish between. Marks per question 4. They have given 4 options. The student will have to select 3 options for the 12 marks. Already in 11, already we have discussed about that. Question number 5, answer in brief. Marks per question 4. They have given 3 questions. The students have to attempt any 2 for 8 marks. Justify the following statement. This is very newly introduced in our paper pattern. I will again explain in the next slides. Marks per question 4. They have given 4 questions. The student will have to attempt any 2 for 8 marks. Question number 7. Attempt the following. In this question, only letters will be there. There are 3 letters. The students have to write 2 letters out of 3. Per letter 5 marks for 10 marks. Question number 8. Answer the following. It is a long type of question. There are 2 questions are given. The students will have to attempt only 1 for 8 marks. This is very important for the board examination 21. Now we will discuss question wise. Question number 1, objective type question. There are 4 options are there, all are compulsory for the 20 marks. But in our chapters, basically there are 10 bits are given. First one, Select the correct answer from the option given below and rewrite the statement. Here one statement is given, four options are given or three options are given. The student will uh, student will write the correct answer with rewrite the statement. They have given five questions in that particular sections. P, match the pairs, 5 marks. Already we have know about that. Question number 1C, write a word or term or a phrase which can substitute each of the following statement. Here also there are five statements are given. The students have to write a perfect word or term or phrase. D. State whether the following statements are true or false. This question basically in the old pattern for the 20 marks. But now they have changed the paper pattern and there is a question number 1D. State whether the statements are true or false. For 5 sub questions are there for 5 marks. Find it R1. Already we have learned in 11th this type of questions. They have given 5 sub questions. The students have to attempt 5. Again there are some bits. F, complete the sentence. Again they have given 5 sub questions. Select the correct option from the bracket. Again they have given the 5 sub questions. H, answer in one sentence. This is very popular and already we know that. I, correct the underlined word and rewrite the following sentence. You have given again the wrong word in that particular, you have to correct it. For question number 1, I, for 5 marks. Arrange a proper order. If they have given the order, they have to change the order and you have to correct it. Again here there are 5 sub questions are there. It means that in our book also there are 10 bits are given. So whatever 10 bits are given, nobody will tell you which one will be in the question paper. So students have to learn all the 10 bits. Basically, this questions is for 20 marks. It means that 25% of total marks. But the students have not given perfect attention to that particular questions. Question number 2, explain the terms or concept. They have given 6 terms or concept and the students will have to write down 4 for 8 marks. I have given some example that how they will ask. These are the just examples. It may be possible that this type of questions will be arise in the question paper. Number 1, fixed capital. What is meant by the fixed capital? So you should write down the meaning of the fixed capital with example. Working capital, debentures, bonus shares, transmission of shares, maybe shareholders, maybe equity or equity shareholders, maybe preference shares. These types of terms the students will have to explain with example. So after that they will get a 2 marks for the correct terms or concept. This is very easy. But if you read perfectly, definitely you will get the marks. So reading of a textbook is one of the most important part of your study. Question number 3, study the following case or study and express your opinion. Here they have given 3 statements and you have to write down only 2 for 6 marks. For example, I am giving one example. that Manwa Limited company's capital structure is made up of rupees 1 lakh equity shares having face value of rupees 10 each. The company offered to the public 40,000 equity shares, and of this the public subscribed for 30,000 equity shares. This is the information given in the question paper. On that information, they will ask some question and you have to write down your opinion, whatever the case is given. Suppose there are three questions will be asked about authorized capital, about subscribed capital, about issued capital. What is authorized capital? The capital which is given at the time of memorandum of association at the registration, it is called the authorized capital. For example, here how many shares are made by the company? 1 lakh shares. What is the rate of each share? 10 rupees. So that's why 10 lakh rupees is the authorized capital. Subscribed capital. Whatever the public is subscribed, they have given the public subscribed for 30,000 equity shares. It means that 30,000 into 10 equal to 3 lakh rupees is the subscribed capital of that particular company. What is issued capital? So issued capital, whatever offer is given by the company to the public, it is called the issued capital. So that here 40,000 equity shares into 10, it means that 4 lakh rupees is the issued capital. I have just given the how many amount of rupees, but you have to explain in words with your explanation or with your opinion. Is that clear? Next, distinguish between any three out of four for 12 marks. This is very popular, and in our textbook also there are 12 to 13 distinguishes are given. These all are very much important. So the students have to concentrate on distinguish. They will get 100% mark if you have written perfectly. For example, fixed capital and working capital. These questions for 4 marks. So that's why what our expectation minimum 5 points to be written in that particular section. You have to explain the distinguish between fixed capital and working capital, share and debentures, interim dividend and final dividend, interest and dividend, money market and capital market. This types of question will be arise in question number 4, which is very much popular in our sections. Question number 5, answer in brief. It is a short type of questions where the students have to write down the whatever the question is arising. They have to write down their answers. Here the paper set here the examiner will check your explanation power. What is your explanation power? What you know that what is meant by public deposit, but how you explain, this is one type of skill to write down with a answer with a perfect explanation. So for example, what is the public deposit? You have to write down what is public deposit in one sentence. They will not give the 4 marks. So that's how you should write down. You should prepare like that, that you will have to get more and more marks in that particular section. State the content of share certificate, which precautions are to be taken by the secretary while correspondence with members, maybe debenture holders, maybe a depositor holders. Discuss any 4 features of dividend. State any 4 features of capital market. This such type of question will be arise in the board paper for 4 marks. So you should write down a perfect answer in that particular section. Question number 6. Justify the following statement. This is also a new one introduced in our paper pattern. Any 2 out of 4 for 8 marks. In that questions, they have given one situation or maybe a statement. So here I have taken one statement. Equity shareholders are the real owner and controller of the company. This question for justify, it means that they have always given a true statement. They never give a false statement in that particular section. So you should just justify him how the statement are correct. Equity shareholder are the real owner and controller. Correct. How you can know that? So that whatever the statement is given, you should pick important words or phrases. I have given example that I have picked equity shareholders, real owner and controller. Explain the words or phrase with example. Who is the equity shareholder? The person who purchased the equity from the market, it is called the equity shareholder. Why he called the real owner? Because they have a risky capital. They are introduced in the, they have deposited our money into the company. They are a real owner of the company. Why it is controller? Whatever the decision has to be taken in the company, it should be sanctioned in annual general meeting, so that the equity shareholder are the controller of the company. You should justify that particular statement and you will get definitely more and more marks in that particular section. Question number 7. This is very important questions where you will get a more and more mark. Letter writing. We have a 3 chapters of letter writing. Letter related with members, letter related with the debenture holder, and letter related with the deposit. I have given one examples. For example, draft a letter to a regret. This letter is related with the members. They will ask for the bonus shares. They will ask for the allotment of shares. It may be, but there is 3 questions they have given. One question for each topic. One topic of a member, second topic of a debenture holder, and third topic of a deposit. So you should write down perfect one. After some this 4 to 5 lectures, again we will discuss about how you will get the more and more marks of that particular sections. The last one, answer the following long type of questions. Any one out of 2 for 8 marks. Here they will check your skill, how you introduce that topic, how you elaborate that topic, how skillfully you are explained with your own opinion, how many examples you have to give in, and how you conclude the topic. So this is one of the most important for that particular section. Here, for example, define the preference shares. What are the different types of preference shares? What is an equity shares? What are the explains its features? Explain briefly the procedure of allotment. Explain briefly the procedure of issue of debentures. Just I have given the example. This is not importance. So don't write only these questions.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.